Good morning, son. You look tired. What were you doing last night?
Morning, Dad. I was studying the quadratic formula for my math test this afternoon. I couldn't get enough sleep.
What is that?
The quadratic formula, Dad. Haven't you learned the quadratic formula?
I am not that sure if I have heard of it.
The quadratic formula is the easier way to find the roots of a quadratic equation.
So you mean to say that it is a shortcut?
Yes, it is in a way.
Sam, how does it help you find the roots with less work?
The quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
Knowing the shortcut might not help other than for exam preparation.
Well, that's not true. Let's take tennis for instance.
Well, tennis doesn't need any quadratic equation. So how can you use a quadratic formula in tennis, Sam?
Quadratic equations are everywhere, it's just that we don't really it. The motion of the tennis ball in a game of tennis follows a quadratic path, commonly known as a parabola.
Oh, I see. I never realized it.
Assuming that the tennis rackets of both players are at the same distance above the ground when in contact with the ball. Also setting the time 0 when the ball has just left the racket. We would be able to find where the ball would land using the quadratic formula.
If, for instance, the ball travels according to the equation y equals 3x squared plus 5x minus 7, how far would the ball travel before the other player could hit it?
If you use the quadratic formula x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, you should substitute b for 5, a for 3 and c for negative 7. If you did your substitution, then you would get x equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 7 over 2 times 3. Then if you did the multiplication, you would get x equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 25 plus 84 over 6. Then you add the thing 25 and 84 to get x equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 109 over 6. Now you should find the square root of 109 to get x equals negative 5 plus or minus 10.4403 over 6. Now you need to divide the equation into two. The first equation is x equals negative 5 plus 10.4403 over 6. The second one is x equals negative 5 minus 10.4403 over 6.
Why do you need to make it into two equations, son?
Dad, it is because in a parabola there are two different points in the x-intercept.
Oh, I get it now.
Good. Let's continue. Let's use the first equation x equals negative 5 plus 10.4403 over 6. If at negative 5 and positive 10.4403 you get 5.4403 over 6. Then you should divide 5.4403 by 6 to get 0.91. 0.91 is your first x-intercept. Now you should solve your second equation x equals negative 5 minus 10.4403 over 6. If at negative 5 and negative 10.4403 you get negative 15.4403 over 6. Now you should divide it by 6 to get the answer, which is negative 2.57. The ball will bounce 0.91 feet in front of the net.
Son, what about the second answer 4?
Well, Dad, it is where the ball comes from.
Well, son, thanks a lot for the help teaching me about the quadratic formula.